Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same in practice.
He's so meticulous.
Set, ready, 60 yards. Here we go,
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and we're all off-season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Here we go. 30 base. Treystone travel. Ready.
And he gives this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league and sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Quick. Express! You got to get the ball. You get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 26. 8.
Back to throw, Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's 20.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. On 1st down, Newton. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them.
He's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 36 yards on the play.
Great. I got motion man. Me. I got this.
Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Let's go.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 50, Newton. Can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings.
Yes, baby. We got it.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
We got to step it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Yeah, baby.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got Burton here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Protein spill. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 14 yards, good for a Panther. First down.
First down, Panthers.
Ready? Ready? I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On first down, it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Newton, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Newton now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their hands.
Come on now, let's go.
DJ Moore. A gain on the play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stated...
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go with Chubb on second down, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
McCaffrey following the penalty. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Sponge! No! Get it!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
X3, 218, chopper. Shoot!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one.
Down. 8, read.
So we come upon halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field. Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 36, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Back. 20. Express.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Great. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Get that quarterback, kid.
They snap it to Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Newton now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Great. Here we go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal will be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going to run you over.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton throws right side, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Check 13. 20.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Echo. 50, Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Great.
Newton now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Lawrence. And Diggs has it. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's able to find Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lawrence. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down inside the 15 he goes. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
50. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Newton's going to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Newton. Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chucked. To himself, they finally got one. They finally got me.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Ready? 15, 1.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Lawrence. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4. On 4th down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I ain't rap with you. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose the athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a mad in league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some.